What's going on, y'all? C. Williams back again. I just wanted to give y'all a little something that was on my mind today, man. I wanted to talk about difficult and rude passengers. I mean, I'm sure if you work for Uber, most of us have experienced one or a few or a lot. It's just going to happen. And it was just something that made me think about this because I had a few rude passengers in the past month or so, and the one thing that happened was I had an older lady. I was picking her up from the airport when I was coming to her destination to where she was standing. There was a lot of traffic, so I was coming, but still pretty quickly. And she was calling me saying, "Oh, where are you? Where are you? Where are you?" I've been waiting, and I'm like, "Okay," but it's probably been about 6 minutes or so. And I told her like, "Yeah, I'm right here. I'm coming. I'll be there in about 6 minutes." So she just hangs up the phone. So I'm like, "Okay." I just kind of knew that her attitude was already a little irritated or something. So I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna be patient with her." So she gets in the car. Pretty nice when we first get in the car, sweet old lady, you know. So we drive and we get on the freeway, and the GPS, it is telling me to go a certain way. So I'm following the GPS because I do not know exactly how to get to this place. I've never been to this place where she's going before. So I'm driving, following the GPS. At the last minute, it's a choice between two exits. The last minute, she looks up and tells me, "Oh no, don't go this way, go this way." So she tells me to go a different way from the GPS is telling me. So okay, I'm like, all right, doesn't matter to me. I go that way that she's asking because the customer's always right. I mean, I get paid for driving. I don't care. So I go this way, and as soon as I start to drive in this direction, it's a traffic jam. It was some kind of accident or something, and the traffic was horrible. And I figured, okay, I'm thinking to myself, like, this is why the GPS told me to go the other way, because this way was obviously had a traffic jam. So now we're waiting in the traffic jam. And you know what she starts to do? She starts to complain and say, "Oh, it's so much traffic, I'm not going to make it home in time, this and that." And then she starts to turn the blame on me, like, "Oh, this is the worst Uber ride I've had. I've never had this happen and this and that." So I'm like, wait a minute. So I just tell her like, well, there's a reason the GPS wanted me to go this way because it knows where the traffic is. Like it knows if it's a traffic jam, it tells me to go the other way. So she's like, "Oh no, no, I just don't understand why you didn't go the other way and you should have went a whole totally different way and this and that." So I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm gonna just stop talking to her. I just don't want to get into an argument or anything. So I'm gonna just be quiet and just drive. So throughout the drive, she's in the back seat, still making comments, huffing and puffing, doing things like, "Oh, oh." Then she starts complaining about the air condition needs to be higher. She's hot and so I'm just doing everything she wants me to do. I'm still not going to get unglued about this. So we finally get to her place, and right before we turn on the street, I'm about to make the right turn, and the GPS is telling me, and she's in the back seat screaming, "Right turn, right turn!" So I'm like, okay, I got the right turn. So then after that, she's like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure you don't make another mistake." So I'm like, oh, she's really trying. She wants to get a response out of me. So I do the opposite. I pull in her driveway. I still get out, help her take her bag out of the trunk. And then I tell her, "God bless you." And she just looks at me. It gets even badder. So I mean, in these kind of situations, some people are just going to be in a bad mood. It is nothing that you can do to change that. And I mean, they just want to take their frustrations out. They don't understand how the app works or whatever. But sometimes it's just nothing that you can do. So I just wanted to talk about that for a second, man, because I'm sure other people can relate. Um, if you have any incidents or any things that happen to you, you can leave me a comment, tell me the story about it, or share your story, because this is just a funny thing that seems to happen to a lot of us drivers out here, man. But just a quick thought. So check back. Let me know what you think. Got any ideas, any questions about something that you want me to speak about? Just let me know in the comment section. Till then, peace out.